I'm Malcolm Van Delst, and this is an excerpt from the Low Self-Esteem Reading Room, aka Loser, an experimental illustrated novella about a man losing his sanity. Last week, Kyle returned to his character Naomi, who can't stop imagining she's in a violent dance with monks wearing spiked codpieces. We ended last week with the old woman who bought the books making tea and pulling alien Annis Nin from her pile of books. Colourless. Trying to care, trying to want, a career, a skill to be proud of, trying to care, trying to be self-sufficient, trying to be independent, trying to be someone I can be proud of, failing, trying to be independent, barely passing. Colourless too. Days have passed. I cannot remember where I was or why I have such trouble breathing. I've been sick, apparently. I'm wearing a hospital band. Stops to put headphones on. Ah, music. I just rewrote those two words 4 times, trying an exclamation mark after the ah and a capital M on music. Then as you see it, then the exclamation mark after ah again. My happiness seemed pinned on getting it right. Like if I could allow myself the ah, I would open up and become a flood of happiness. And in doing so, become happy myself. But that's not how it works. Pouring out the happy does not a happy person make. Happiness is not respected in the world of ideas, business, and intellect. That is, not unless it's an Alice Walker kind of happiness, joy amongst the bleakest, most horrific of circumstances and life events. Music makes me happy. No, no, no. A pedestrian, insipid statement. Music warms my blood. A life without music. It could be tolerable, as long as I'm far from people. I'd hear the air, birds, my cat's deep sighs, children playing. Oh, I guess not. I'd notice how the air changes color as the sun rises and sets. I'd hear wind in too many different forms to even begin to name, though that would be a lovely project. I'd contemplate nothing. When you are into solitude, it's hard to be into company. Yet this life we lead demands company, community. Work together. Modern enterprise has no room for this solitary woman. Solitude? You mean like contemplating how pointless work is? Oh my God. Keep the workers together. Keep them working. Get them having babies. When you're a woman working largely with men, your point of view is different. Or maybe if you're someone who's twisted themselves around and jammed their feet awkwardly into spots not really meant for feet, trying to fit in, ironically, so that you can leave your role as a dependent housewife, where you also don't fit in, you get a different point of view. Community. I hear it in software circles and all over tech. The word community has replaced the word market. The young MBAs might be able to get behind a community that includes attractive women and men they want to mate with and make lives with, but it doesn't extend much above or below their relatively affluent social class. Maybe it extends enough in either direction to create a nice buffer of comfort for themselves and their families to enjoy their riches safely and comfortably. Ah, beautiful community. Because these goddamn computers are no better than any other industry. The computer age is not purer, cleaner, nor kinder than the industrial one. I'm here because I could see which way the wind was blowing. I could get on the bus or scrounge the garbage thrown off it. I scrambled on, like many. Oh, yes, the young like to own their age. This is ours. This is not our parents' cars and televisions. We are the computer people. We have made something different. Short of getting a sex change, I've pretty much contorted myself into a male mold. It seemed necessary. Thursday, 12:34 a.m., May Logbourne. I'm trying to paste bits of my life, things I've learned, experienced, learned to do, into a coherent whole. Scratch that. I'm not concerned with wholeness. It's integral. I'm whole. I may have a friend circle of 1 or 2. Damn, It hurts to write that. But I'm whole and human. I want to bring the parts of my life together to create something more valuable than it currently is. I want recognition. And the only way that happens is if you give something valuable to others, preferably something you've created or forged yourself. Many are born rich or talented, but if they do not supersede what their parents and ancestors gave them, they will face the same crisis. What have I done that is valuable? What about me? About who I am specifically and what I've done with my life offers any value, not just to others, but to existence as a whole. Crystal clear. Is this a legitimate color? Muddy black. Or is it muddy brown? Everything swirled together, a color overworked and no way to undo it. An escape of sorts, it cannot be undone. An unloved child has to learn to love his or herself. An unloved child alone, knowing they can love themselves away from the disapproving eye they see in every face, whether it's there or not. Alone, where there's no one to appease or clean up after. Dull black. She pulls a pair of thin nylon leggings over the old. Black, streaked with red. A girl died tonight at Occupy Vancouver. Overdose. I wonder if Lauren slept there last night. She said she was moving there. God, she was excited. Dancing, happy, talking nonstop to strangers, especially this one older woman. I thought that maybe she was trying to find a place to stay. I haven't seen her since. It had been cold at the Occupy camp. Lauren's nuts anyways. Happy when she's dancing or needs something, then like a light switch, moody, irritable, angry. She's psychotic, I bet. Something not right. ODing at Occupy Vancouver. I guess there are worse ways to go. Color the below text gray like unapproved comments on Gawker.com. She's probably down now. I hope she wasn't with the girl who OD'd. Lauren is filled with light, a person filled with the faith of a child. Yet she was going to move to the Occupy camp. Did she meet the girl, Ashley, who OD'd? If so, did she maintain her light? Is she really light? Or is she fronting, pretending to be happy or choosing to be happy when she can dance, because for a few hours she can forget her pain?